What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Frank Pleasant Play Call. Week one's in the books. What a week it is. We're all here together. I'm going to start with the bottom right corner of my screen. That's Nikki. Nikki, how are you doing today?
I'm the top motherfucker, so
No, in my screen is bottom right. Let's go.
I'm actually
Right, my
listening.
screen.
You wanna know something funny?
And June
My-
is bottom left.
In my screen, I'm bottom right too, but it don't matter. And June is bottom left.
I'm the top left.
Nah, you bottom.
I can't let
You
you
definitely bottom.
Hold on. Let me have a drink.
All right, y'all. Hey, America, we on here.
Thank you, Frank. Dang.
June, I was gonna say that next, but I let Nikki talk. So relax. I wasn't even gonna. June, how you feeling? Bottom left. I like the hat.
Appreciate it. You know, I rolled the dice on this website, and I was like, all right, it's either gonna be some Temu stuff or
It's Temu because I can't. What is that? It look like the bill.
Nah, it's supposed to be leather with the leather, so it's stitched.
Oh, that's
too.
leather. Oh, okay. It look like it's too big for your hand.
Nah, and
it's
then
not
Bree's gonna show us some stuff that Pops did. You know what I'm saying? Father is very arts and crafty and doing his thing. So go ahead, Bree. Give that.
All right, first thing I'm gonna show you guys is he made me this Steeler sign, right? But this is what's cool about it. It lights up.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So yeah, he made that. The next thing he made is my Thor hammer. He put 43 for Troy Polamalu, but also the last Super Bowl we won was Super Bowl 43. So, and on the top it says, "She who wields this hammer commands the lightning." So it's a Thor hammer. He made this from scratch. Took him 7 hours. And then he also made a stand for it. Now, the last thing he made me, he said he was bored and he had a lot of black and yellow and white left over. So he made me a Steelers chain.
You gonna have it on this Sunday?
Yeah, it's so cute. And then also, he made Frank a gift. Frank's birthday is tomorrow. Frank got a gift. He's gonna make it for the whole podcast, but he did Frank's first because Frank's birthday is coming up. So he made Frank a Patriots hammer with Tom Brady's number on it. And then these are our hammer. He also made our hammer holders. It's like the mountains from Thor. So shout out to my dad. He's so arts and crafty. He needs to turn this into a business, but he refuses.
Put his email on here and let him just get random emails.
Right. Be mad.
No.
All right, go ahead and get started. We're kind of recording kind of late today, but it's all good. We want to get everybody on. So I'll let Bree take it over.
All right. So first we're gonna do week one recaps and then also who won the pick'ems this week. So week one of the NFL. So on Thursday, the Chiefs defeated the Ravens 27-20. On Friday, September 6th, the Eagles defeated the Packers 34-29. On Sunday, September 8th, the Steelers defeated the Falcons 18-10. The Bills defeated the Cardinals 34-28. The Patriots defeated the Bengals 16-10. The Vikings defeated the Giants 28-6. The Bears defeated the Titans 24-17. The Saints defeated the Panthers 47-10. The Dolphins defeated the Jaguars 20-17. The Texans defeated the Colts 29-27. The Chargers defeated the Raiders 22-10. The Seahawks defeated the Broncos 26-20. The Cowboys defeated the Browns 33-17. The Buccaneers defeated the Commanders 37-20. The Lions defeated the Rams in overtime 26-20. And on Monday, September 9th, the 49ers defeated the Jets 32-19. So who wants to go first and recap the games that they watched?
It looked like the closest was the Texans. They only won by 2.
Yeah. Well, I was in DR, so I didn't watch any of Sunday's games like that except the night game because I was flying back and had Wi-Fi. I felt in that game the Lions showed that they wanted it more than the Rams, especially in overtime. They ran that ball down their throats. So I like what
It was good. It was a good.
I like
both
what I
teams.
saw from them.
Yeah.
I also like what I saw in the 49ers. I was kind of disappointed with the Jets a little bit. I thought it was going to be a little better, especially on defense. But 49ers came out this week and no McCaffrey last minute call. Allegedly it was a last minute call, but they went out there and they did their thing at home against the Jets, and I like to see that. Two teams that are kind of picking up where they left off from last year. So those are the two games I saw.
Did you watch Thursday or Friday's games?
I watched Friday. I did watch Friday. Eagles are Eagles, you know. I just don't like the turnovers. I think if the Packers weren't, if Jordan Love was more consistent with his accuracy and the receivers weren't dropping the ball, it could have been a different game. You can't afford to give a team 3 turnovers, but Eagles found a way to win, you know. So that's what they did last year. They're doing it this year. So I just hope Jalen gets it under control. And the Chiefs.
No, because that center was shitty.
Yeah, but the picks weren't on the center.
The picks, yeah. But the fumble recovery from the
I don't really count the fumble because of the center, but I'm talking about the decision making on his part, the picks. That's really, you know, that's the concerning part of it. But it's the first game, week 1, you know. They need something on film to go back and fix. What I saw from the Chiefs and Ravens, Chiefs look like they just couldn't stop them. It was just like, we're gonna move the ball, and
Worthy is a beast.
Yeah, like figure it out, you know. So that's my take on it. You can pass it off to whoever you want next.
June.
Well, shoot, you know, we've seen the Baltimore game.
Wait, can I cut you off really fast? Me, Nikki, and June watched the Baltimore game. Frank was yelling at us because he was drunk in the DR, telling us, "Stop calling my phone. I'm at a party. Stop calling my phone."
I was at a party.
Like he's the only person in the Pod Squad chat. But sorry, June. I just had to put that out.
He kept picking up.
It's a bad habit, bro. I'm not gonna leave you out there, you know, on red and shit.
Frank thought we were calling for him when
every time too. Every time, must have been like 3 or 4 times straight. Why do y'all keep calling me? I'm drunk right now.
Nikki said, "I'm gonna cuss his ass out."
There was a big ass plant next to him. He just pushed it down. I was like, "Yeah, he's lit."
Oh, look at Nikki got Patriots behind her representing the W from the week 1. Let's give it up for Nikki representing the W for week 1.
Yeah.
You know, Nikki tonight's gonna have nightmares. She's gonna have nightmares tonight when she's sleeping. Watch.
I ain't want to rip that shit down.
Go ahead,
all right, Jim. With your recaps, what you saw this week.
So again, just the Baltimore and Kansas City game. We ain't talking about that yet, right?
No. It's your recaps, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the Baltimore and Kansas City game. Man, I think that Baltimore had a great game plan, but a poor execution. And the Chiefs, when it came down to the Chiefs, man, what the hell is his name? Patrick Mahomes. He was so crisp with his passes. It was so insane, and I think that was a major part of that success in that game. Was Mahomes, and I can't sit here and say that Kelsey did anything in the game because he really didn't. He got me 6 points on fantasy, so there you go. So shout out to the Chiefs. They did their job, and they didn't come out losing like they did last year after winning the Super Bowl. The next game I did watch was the Eagles game. I was a little bit frustrated in the beginning. I didn't know what to expect. My main concern wasn't Jalen Hurts. It was the secondary, and then my concern became Jalen Hurts. So it's kind of crazy how that came about. But I loved it. I tell you what, I loved every bit of it. I loved how the Eagles had 2 turnovers in the Green Bay on Green Bay's field, and Green Bay did nothing with it but get 6 points. So it showed that the secondary had some type of I don't know, strength there. Missing Isaiah Rodgers, he got scratched off with a jacked up hand. Bradbury, it is what it is for him. You know how I feel about him. And then Devin White, He didn't play either. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Moving on. Man, let me tell you, Dean looked amazing. He was very aggressive.
Cooper
and-
DeJean?
No. Damn it, this damn pillow. This pillow is killing me.
It matches that blanket behind you.
It is. I had bought it the other day. I was trying to get rid of the old one. And then when it came down to Barkley, he did what New York didn't want him to do. And he became the offensive player of the week on that. And AJ Brown had over 100 yards with a touchdown. Devontae Smith had the 1-2 punches did their thing. The running back did their thing. The other one that failed to do their thing, but I loved it. And this is the way I'm going to finish. I don't want to cap it off too much. I love that Jalen Hurts made those mistakes game 1 rather than game 11. The adjustments begin early in the season, not late in the season when you can't really do much, and that's that. So when it came down to the Eagles, they 1-0. Happy for that. The Steelers, I watched that game as well with you guys, and
Defense look crazy. TJ
there you
Watt.
go. There you go. I'm not gonna talk too much. I'll let you talk about that. I was very surprised with Lil Kirko. I thought he was gonna be a little bit more explosive.
He look like mashed potatoes.
Let me tell you, these Giants, boy, just delete the entire Hard Knocks, because I was coming in here giving you some type of credit. And good Lord, Donnie Jones, boy. I'm not changing your name. That's it. After that game, that's it. And obviously, the Jags, I'll let Nikki talk about that. Disappointing my dude, Dougie P. Patriots took down Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Dude is so
Took him down. I was excited about that W.
It's so silly.
The Bills, they look like they're pretty serious. And these are all games. It seems like they're recapping the whole damn thing. But I was watching it on the red zone, and they were all there. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, yeah, I didn't see that, but I kind of seen that. Man, shoot. We could talk about all these games really, because they were all there. Watch them all on Sunday. I know, Frank. Were you able to watch most of it since you were over there, or just bits and pieces?
None of them.
None of them.
Okay.
I missed all the games except I watched some of Thursday. I watched almost all of Fridays, and then I watched the Sunday night and Monday night game.
I'll tell you a team that I wasn't too much impressed with that got the W, that I expected a little bit more oomph, was Houston. They came up with the W 29-27. However, it showed that Indy could hang right with them. And that's scary, right? That's a little bit scary because Indy did their thing. The Bears, good Lord, #1 draft pick. 93 yards. Keenan Allen, my guy. I'm a fan of yours, but three drops, crucial. Swift, I'm starting to feel okay that we got rid of you, cuz. Hey. My dude Baker. Hey, I'm not even gonna say nothing. Baker cooked. The damn Cowboys and the Browns. My God. Watson. I mean, you walked out with an L and then another L after that. The girl came out there at the end of the game. What are we gonna do? And then last but not least, I'm very surprised at the Rams. Very surprised at the Rams. They look really they look like some regular contenders, even after all those draft picks that they gave up all the way to 2034. They still managing to figure this thing out. So shout out to the head coach for making it work. But shoot, man, that's my quick recap, and we could tailor down on some of these games.
Okay, Nikki.
Like Jill said a lot. Let's move on.
You don't want anything that you've seen with the games that you watched?
No.
Okie dokie. All right, so it's my turn. All righty. So, mine's gonna be a little bit quicker than June's. I'm not gonna. All right, so Thursday Night Football. June said it. The Chiefs, they look really, really good out there. Xavier Worthy was a beast. He looked phenomenal and everything. I would say a lot of Baltimore Ravens fans were so disappointed in the touchdown from their tight end. What's his name?
Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely. But you shouldn't have to depend on that last play with 1 second left of the game to win the game when there were so many mistakes on that field that day. So many drop passes from Zay Flowers, and crucial drop passes that he had the balls in his hands. A lot of bad decision making on Lamar Jackson. I told Nikki, instead of going to Fashion Week and going to the Kentucky Derby and losing $750,000 for not showing up to mandatory training camp, you could have been out there practicing. But both teams out there, they balled out. Friday, Eagles and Packers, both teams look phenomenal. Yes, there was crucial mistakes by both teams on the first week. A lot of adjustments need to be made, but also that field, no NFL team should ever play on that type of grass ever again. That grass was horrible. Everybody was slipping and sliding everywhere. A couple of people had to keep changing out their cleats over and over throughout the game, but that was a super entertaining game. Prayers to Jordan Love. He did look phenomenal out there. That Packers defense looked really, really legit as well. Sunday, Steelers versus Falcons. Shout out to my defense and my special teams. Justin Fields got his feet wet a little bit. A lot of mistakes that were being made. A lot of mistakes that were being made in the first half of the game, but he was able to come back and fix those mistakes and do really well. No, we didn't score no touchdowns, but big shout out to Chris Boswell, 6 for 6 in field goals with 3 50-plus field goals. But a huge shout out to our fucking defense. Kirk Cousins was sacked approximately 5 times. TJ Watt had a strip sack fumble that they called back. He did sack Kirk Cousins twice as well. Our defense definitely showed out. He threw 2 picks to the Steelers defense. I was just very, very proud of that defense and our special teams for keeping it up. And then also I am very proud of Justin Fields as well, for fixing the mistakes that he was making in the first half of the game. Not going to go too much on the Cardinals and Bills game. Patriots and Bengals. Now that game was such a fun game to watch. I will say Joe Burrow was still kind of injured as his wrist, but I was just so proud of that New England defense, that New England Patriots defense, for stopping Joe Burrow and stopping that Cincinnati Bengals offense. Frank can say all he wants, yeah, but they didn't have T. Higgins and all this other stuff. Regardless, they did good. They showed out big time. Big shout out to Gerard Mayo on his first W as a head coach against Cincinnati. Vikings and Giants. So proud of Samantha Darnold, my best friend. The Giants made Sam Darnold look like Tom Brady out there. I'm not even gonna lie. But big shout out to them. Titans and Bears. Don't really have anything to say about Caleb Williams' debut, because everything was done with defensive special teams on that team. He didn't even have 100 yards, passing yards either. I didn't really watch too much of the other 1 o'clock games. And that's all my recaps that I wanted to do. So that's that. Got 2 topics. I didn't put them in a chat. But the first topic I do want to talk about, something very controversial happened a couple of days ago. And it's our good Unc, Shannon Sharpe, went live. And he was doing some things, and he basically was having sexual intercourse while on live, and the world could hear him. He then later on went on his nightcap podcast that night. I watched the whole thing. And he basically said that it wasn't staged, it wasn't a stunt. Me personally, I don't believe that because of all the steps it takes to go live on Instagram. You got to click, scroll, click, then it asks, are you sure you want to go live, etc. He stated that he was embarrassed. He feels very embarrassed. He said he cried multiple times that day after finding out that he went live having sex. Still, again, I don't buy it. But the best part about that entire podcast was the first thing that Ocho Cinco said to him was, I'm just glad it was a Michelle and not a Michael. So any thoughts on the Shannon Sharpe scandal that happened a couple of days ago from anybody?
What you said, Bree? Repeat that again.
Any thoughts? Anybody have any thoughts on the Shannon Sharpe scandal that happened a couple of days ago?
No.
I thought that was staged. I don't care what.
I think it was staged.
I think he did it on purpose. While y'all was talking about it and Ava was giving me my food, I was actually going.
What you get? What you get to eat?
Some wings and fries. I was going on live, and to see how difficult it is, and it's very difficult. It's not exactly.
Like you click on Instagram, and if you like,
yeah, I just did it. It wasn't it's not as simple as people think it is. So I think he did it on purpose. And I feel like what he did was he was trying to justify some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I don't got nothing to talk about that. That's to me, it is what it is. I'd rather probably talk about the Tyreek Hill situation more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hey, Shannon Sharpe, they said they got a meme talking about they offer him money for an adult production or something like that.
No, that's not a meme. That really happened.
It's real then? Oh, well.
Yes, that's real. I also didn't believe it at all either, because right before the podcast, he did an ad for a sex pill that keeps you hard for 48 hours. 48 hours. As a promo for the company right before the podcast started. And now they're making merch instead of nightcap. It's called nightclap merch t-shirts that says nightclap. Yeah. And also they came up with a shirt that says, that's my Michelle.
Well, I don't know who this girl Michelle is, but whoever it is, she's famous now, I guess.
They also had a roast last night on the nightcap where they had celebrities join in to clown Shannon Sharpe about his scandal. So,
yeah, that was interesting.
Nikki, any thoughts?
Uh-uh.
Okay. All right. Next topic we're going to talk about is Tyreek Hill. So, June, do you want to explain what happened to Tyreek Hill, and then we'll get everybody's thoughts on it?
Yeah.
No, I was reading. Hey, I was reading on it, and he was doing 60 under 40. I think that was a thing. 60 under 40. But the crazy thing is that they pulled him over out in front of the stadium. I mean, good Lord. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I think you see the memes, they said it was Trevor Lawrence, low key, that was the one that pulled him over right before the game. But nah, man, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I just think it's really crazy. Them cops didn't give a shit. They did what they did. And they did not care that they were being recorded. They did not care they had a body cam on. They just did what they did. And I think Tyreek Hill handled it very, very well. Even the post-conference conversations. He handled it well. He didn't trip. He had this celebration pretty much to clap back. That's pretty much it. But other than that, I just think it's really crazy. I just think it's very crazy. The power and the authority that some of these police officers think they have. Sometimes they go above and beyond when it's all called for.
Nikki?
Uh,
Your
the
service.
only thing that I'm okay, the little conferences, taking accountability, right? And it needs to happen on both sides because I think both sides were wrong. You gotta understand, right? We're in a society, and not to say it's good, not even to say it's bad. We're in a society right now that you have to make good decisions, especially when we're dealing with officers, to live another day, right? Okay. First time I heard he was speeding, then it was because his tints were too dark. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Tyreek should have rolled down his window and give what they wanted. That's Tyreek's fault. Okay. Everything from there became the officer's fault. You get what I'm saying? Like, it is what it
Yeah.
is. From there on, it was the officer's fault, you know? It was another thing Tyreek said that you have to pay attention to. He said, how about if it wasn't Tyreek Hill that has, you know, people recording, and he has a platform where he can bring light. Now, because I can't even say that he's gonna bring light, because a lot of people have died in the hands of the police that, you know, some kind of light was brought, you know, shone upon them, but it never, you know, I don't know. It is what it is, right? With these other lives that were lost. So him saying, how about if it wasn't Tyreek Hill? It's true and it's real. My question is, what is it going to take for us to see a change? What's it called? Sherman said that you volunteer to be a cop. You you know, you go to school for it. You choose that profession. And if you can't have the emotional intelligence to know that, God damn, I'm taking it too far, then that's just not the profession you need to be in, you know? But I think there's fault to be put on both. And that was one of the things that he said that I can at least tip my hat off with Tyree when he said, you know, he just want everybody to be held accountable, because he had a part to play on how it started. Probably not how it ended, but how it started. So you got to understand, and not to excuse the police, but for every action, there's a reaction, you know? So he did his part. Now, do I think the reaction was warranted? Hell no. Hell no. But accountability needs to, you know, it's real.
So, Nikki, you saying that Tyreek said that he could have did things different himself?
Yeah, he did. In his press conference, he did. And,
Okay.
and I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, right? Because at first I didn't know he said that at his press conference. So it looked
He
like
did.
the videos, it just like the cops were wilding out.
Well, you got to remember. So when he did the thing after the game, Tyreek didn't hold no accountability. He was just like, you know, how about if it wasn't me? But then when the video actually came out from the beginning to the end, he sat down with old girl. He sat down with a girl, and he did say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just want accountability because he played a part in it too. That,
So
like, you know, family and friends kept telling him, like, bro, why didn't you just roll down the window? Just get, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
So I'm reason I ask that is because you gotta think where these cops work at. And yeah, right. Whatever, it ain't Tyreek, but how many people in that area of Miami got fancy cars, give him attitude, you know, like, oh, you beneath me. Some of these athletes don't act the right way either. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you don't know who the hell I am. Like, you know, when it happened, I was being funny. I was like, oh, that's, you know, they hating. They trying to keep him away from the stadium. But the problem is that the cops' track record of not protecting us is a lot more than us acting
mhm,
crazy to get not protected. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
That's the issue I have. You know, the minute you discovered who you was dealing with, I'm not saying you gotta let them off the hook. Talk to him a little different, understanding that guess what? This is a player. He's
No,
gonna
I don't agree with that.
No, hear me out though. Not to cut him slack, hold him accountable, but watch how you do it too, because it's all about who comes. Like shit rolls downhill. You know what I'm saying? So at that point in time, if the owner decides to call the commissioner, because I'm pretty sure they got connections, and you're on a camera acting stupid or acting crazy, when like you said, you probably could have shown a little bit more restraint. Remember, who was it? John Smith, when he got out his car, and he's like, "Hey, but that cop told me to go," and he's like, "No, I'm telling you to stay." That shouldn't matter. One cop already told him to go. He's getting ready to go. Just let that go and be chill. That's what I'm trying to say, because now, like even with Tyreek Hill, when the real video comes out, he's like, "Oh, I could have did things differently." But you wasn't singing that when the video that came out was making you look like you were the victim. So, I'm just saying that both parties need to be careful on how they move, because you know, and I was looking at when they try to put him on the ground. What if Tyreek Hill would have resisted or not resisted, but you do something and pop his shoulder out? Now this guy can't play. As an officer, what you going to tell the owner of the team that probably knows the mayor and everybody else? And
Yeah,
it was
but see, that's the only thing that I agree with you, but I don't, right?
Mhm.
Because I don't think it should matter who the fuck it is. You get what I'm saying?
Right about that. Right.
Everybody should be held at some kind of level of respect. You know what I mean? Now, again, this is what Tyreek said at his press conference that I was like 1,000%. He said, "How about if it wasn't Tyreek Hill?" You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? So yeah, like everybody, regardless if it's Tyreek, if it's Joni and Commissioner and Little Billy from the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like it, regardless of how the situation, who it was, it didn't warrant
Mhm.
all that happened that day.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It was too much. Like, bruh, like even if he was speeding, it's like, damn, he got the his tints are too dark. Damn, he got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, the crime didn't warrant, and I say crime just to say because he was pulled over, right? But the crime didn't warrant all that shit that he was doing. Like it was like dude was frustrated with life, and bam, somebody else is who he was gonna take it out on. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's too much. These police officers, just people that they feel like they're in place of power, don't understand that it's position of power. Like, come on now, that's not, it's frustrating. But again, it's frustrating on both ends. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Because Tyreek should have just, you know what I mean? Like, this is not new. And you right there by the stadium. This not new. Like, yes, 100%. Tyreek was the victim that day. Now, and I mean victim by his words. Do I think he was the victim? I do. I still do think he was, right? But nah. Accountability both ways, and I'm happy he said that. I mean, he had no choice at that time, and I hate to say it like that, but then the body cam came out. All the little clips we saw on Sunday didn't show from beginning to the end, but so
No, I
it's
agree.
coming out.
All right. Next, are we going to talk about the Tua Tagovailoa concussion last night with the Miami and Bills game?
Yeah, we can.
All right, Frank, take it away.
Yesterday's game, Tua on a conversion was running for a first down instead of sliding. He dove forward. When he dove forward, he ran into Damar Hamlin. As soon as he hit the ground, went into the concussion situation. His hands were looking real crazy. He didn't know what was going on. A lot of people were worried about him. He was taken out the game. As soon as he got to the locker room, he was downgraded as out for concussion. This is his
Fourth
fourth
concussion
concussion
in 2 years.
fifth one since 2019. He had one in college. They're not counting the one that happened last year during that game. Remember, that we was watching, and he was like, they let him come back in the game and they won, but the next week he just got tapped and fell back and he was out. So, that we don't know what's gonna happen with him. He's running tests. I guess the reason I wanted us to talk about it is because it's been a topic. I feel like the team should put him on IR for the rest of the year. Not saying he needs to retire. I'm not saying that he needs to just go walk away from the game, but this is too often you're getting it. Other quarterbacks, other players have retired because of concussions. So I feel like the team should put him on IR. Let him go get checked out by several neurologists, not just one team doctor. No, do the different ones. You got the money for it. And, when do we take care of the player? Because the player's not going to take care of himself. So that's just my take on it. So what is your take on it, Bree? Since you're always
No, I do think he should retire. For real. And I'm not counting the concussion from last year, but he had 3 major concussions in 2022-2023 season. The first one, the second one against Cincinnati. I forgot who they played the first one.
It was
Probably Bills. It was the Bills, yeah.
And second against Cincinnati, and then the third one was against Green Bay. It was against Green Bay. So, and this is his 4th major one. Third one where his hands, threw up gang signs. Nikki, that's not funny.
It's not, but
You got it.
They did.
it did. I did it.
It did. It did.
just
But
said
my
it.
prayers are
It
to
came
him,
left field.
and he's so young. He's so young. He's married with 2 kids. He's very, very, very young. And I forgot who said it. Because I think June was actually talking to me about it this morning. Someone said that he should retire because they retired because if one more hit, they were going to get their leg amputated, and the last thing that they wanted to see was their son. They wanted their child to see was him getting taken away on a stretcher because their leg got to go. So, I forgot who said it, June. If you want to, help me with that whenever you get a chance on who said that. But yes, I do think he definitely should retire. To make light of the situation, and it's not funny. I'm going to hell. But someone on Twitter said, Tua ran into Damar Hamlin. We knew someone was getting up.
It's funny though, and it's not funny. It was a joke on internet, but a lot of talk shows today, that's what they were saying. They were like, here you got one player that literally died on the field. Here you got another one that gets concussed. People were praying for both of them to be okay because he ran into his chest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, his head and chest.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 combinations with those 2.
And unfortunately, I don't think, Chris Canty, Ryan Clark, Bart Scott were like that. It's not he didn't get hit hard. It wasn't like he was hit hard, forearm to the foot, to the helmet. It looked like to a certain extent, like Damar didn't want to really hit him like that. He just ran into Damar and Damar bounced back. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but Nick, what's your take?
All right, here I am. All right, so before I talk about Tua, some of these quarterbacks got to understand how to protect themselves, right? Tua had already got the first down.
Mm-hmm.
Slide. You slide. You get what I'm saying? That's number 1. Number 2, I understand, leaving it on the field, but unfortunately, you got to call a spade a spade. The Dolphins wasn't going to win that game. The game was too long gone for them to win it, right? They just could never get their rhythm. They couldn't sustain. It wasn't sustained superior performance. They were not consistent on trying to get it. You know what I mean? So after I say that, I digress on there. 2 years ago, we sat on this podcast when Tua had a press conference and said he had a conversation with his wife and his family, and he wanted to leave a legacy for his son to see, once he got older. And my question there was, do you want this legacy, this so-called legacy that you want your son to see with you in a wheelchair? Or you drooling? Or you fill in the blank, or you want to have him to see, even for the time that you were there, and build some more. I mean, you got to think about others. I don't want Tua to feel like I had so much more in me that I could have given. You might be 100% right, but at what cost?
Mhm.
That's the important question here. At what cost? You know what I'm saying? And I think retirement was in his future 2 years ago. I thought it wasn't worth it to keep going out there and be on this, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just and you know what? Sometimes I hate this in people, right? And this got nothing to do with football, anything, just in general. I hate this in people where, we do things and we so-called quote unquote get away with it. So we keep doing it. And then when you get caught up, you be like, damn, I wish I would have. Like, come on now. You had so many opportunities to make a better decision or make a different decision, and we don't until we get to a place where it's like now the decision's either being made for us or it's a little too late. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And I feel like this is the fork in the road that Tua is, right? You need to make a decision before it gets too late. You got young kids, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, come on, I don't know. And I hate to say again, I'll say this, at what cost?
Yeah,
That's all.
that's some of the things they talked about. Obviously, the players on the shows kind of spoke from their point of view, and a lot of them they're not gonna. They brought up Ryan Clark trying to play in Denver, and it took for Mike Tomlin to be like, "No, you're not playing. You're not playing. I don't care what you say. I'm not playing you. I'm not rescuing you." Yeah, it was just one game, but still, it was the fact that the coach put his foot down and said, "I don't care what the doctor say. You're not playing." And that's kind of where I'm at today. These guys, like yesterday, like you said, there was nothing. That first down wasn't going to get them closer to tie the game and win. They were down 21 points already.
Bro, that first down was like on third or fourth down.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And instead of sliding, you dove forward, whatever. Again, now you're out the game for next week. You might be out longer. You went
and
through a
y'all at the end
crazy,
of the day, y'all lost the game.
yeah.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to excuse it that, okay, let's say they were close. It might have been better, but like they were nowhere close. Like the game was over before they got back from the half.
Yeah, so and
You
that's
know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying. Like
Like,
you did that to hopefully do what? Now, my thing is you got to think about your kids and your family. CTE is something that they cannot diagnose until after you're gone, or the severity of it, really. People have committed suicide because of CTE. The emotions, the stuff you go through. Some people say they start forgetting stuff. There's things that happen with this that you're putting out there in the line for what? For what? For what? Um, like you said, legacy, that's important, but maybe your legacy is already that you change the future of your entire family by coming to the football, signing a lucrative deal, 160 million guaranteed, I think. Um, and that's it. I just want him to make the right choice. But if the player doesn't do it, the team has to do it for him. At least IR for 1 year. Let him stay off the field. Go get checked out. Get some diagnosis done. See how he's feeling, and then next year if he can come back and play, then fine. But how many concussions before you stop playing?
Mhm.
That's it, Bree.
All right. Now we have some photos to react to, then we're going to do our picks. Okay. Okay, dokie. All right, so this is after week one. This is what the NFC divisions are standing. Philly is number one in the NFC East. Minnesota is number one in the NFC North. NFC South, New Orleans, and NFC West, San Francisco.
Okay.
AFC East standings, Miami is on top. Not after yesterday. Pittsburgh's on top, Houston, and then the LA Chargers are also on top.
My thing is now with this picture right here, is the AFC North still the toughest division? If the Browns are going to play how they played, no. If the Bengals play how they play, no. Then it just leaves it leaves right now Baltimore, and then in Pittsburgh. How long can Pittsburgh defense keep them winning? You know what I'm saying? And
As long as the Lord and Savior TJ Watt is still alive.
see, now they're gonna lose. You're crazy.
TJ Watt is my God, my NFL God. He's my NFL God.
That's what I'm saying. So now it makes me wonder, like, what division, what division in the NFL is the toughest division? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is all changed in 3 weeks. The NFC North. Look, you got Detroit won. So
Detroit, Minnesota, and Chicago won.
Yeah. So I mean, but again, in 3 weeks, this can all look different. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Daniel Jones has
more pick sixes than touchdown passes and signing $160 million deal. What is going on? Did I lose y'all? We're having technical difficulties, y'all. I don't know what's going on here. You're back, Bree?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
You. Now it froze real quick, so I don't know what happened.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What is going on? What's up, Bree? I can't hear you. Well, we're having some technical difficulties, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Connections are all over the place. Give us a second.
All right. I'm on my phone.
Okay, you're on your phone. I had just paused it, but it's back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on my phone. My apologies, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but I have all my on my Wi-Fi.
We just lost June too.
I know.
But it's okay anyway. Well, we're gonna keep pushing through.
Yep.
Get it going so we can wrap this up. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Sorry, y'all. Let me go ahead and re-add these pictures.
What happened?
We lost June.
No, we had, yeah, and then I had technical difficulties. All right, so Daniel Jones has more pick sixes than touchdown passes since signing his $160 million deal. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that stat the other day. That's another thing. We talked about on offsides. I was like, set him down, bench him. Because what's gonna happen eventually is they're gonna bench him anyway. So he doesn't get injured. If he gets injured, then they have to pay him that money next year. Like Russell and like Derek Carr. So, just bench him. Your season.
Is Tyrod Taylor still their backup?
I don't think so. I think he went to the Jets.
Okay. All right. Rookie quarterbacks week 1. Caleb Williams went 14 for 29, 108 yards, 0 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels went 17 for 24, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Bo Nix went 26 for 42, 173 yards, 1 touchdown.
Jaden had the best weekend, the best debut.
Jaden Daniels looked phenomenal on Sunday.
Even though they were rushing touchdowns, but in this league, it doesn't matter. At this point, the way the NFL is going, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He won the game, had the most yardage. If you look Caleb's rushing yards, take it off. He threw for under 100 yards. He's like 90 something yards or something on the day. Bo Nix, he's gonna be okay. Sean Payton.
Yeah. That was a really, really good game. The Washington Commanders and the Buccaneers was a phenomenal game. Okay, this was funny. Russell Wilson being in full pads on the sidelines despite being listed as inactive and literally not allowed to play is the most Russell Wilson thing ever.
Yeah, that was. I don't know.
It's like a kid who still dresses up in his Halloween costume after Halloween.
Yeah, to go to sleep in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thought that was funny. All right, so y'all are gonna try to guess what this list is. So 2024, Kansas City, Eagles, Saints, Vikings, Patriots, Steelers, Texans, Colts, Bears, Dolphins, Seahawks, Chargers, Cowboys, Bucks, Lions, San Fran.
Playoffs.
No.
No, all the ones that won a game in week 1.
Yep. The last time a team won a game in week 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Look at the Colts, 2013.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's so crazy.
Sure, I was gonna say 2023 again. And 2025. Because we ain't win the game. Oh, the Giants.
Do we agree? Do we agree these are the best nicknames in the NFL right now? Hargrave got Gravedigger. I love that one. Patrick Mahomes, the musician. Trent Williams, Silverback. Josh Allen, the Winter Soldier. Kader Kahu, Darth Cater, and then Denzel Ward, the Warden.
I like all of them except the Silverback because he's black. What you trying to say? He's a gorilla.
He probably gave himself that fucking nickname.
And then the musician for Patrick Mahomes, really? Have you heard him?
I don't get it.
I've never heard anybody call him the musician before.
Exactly. The Gravedigger, love that one.
Gravedigger, I love it. He's been Gravedigger since college, though.
But I'm not gonna lie. I like the Silverback. I like Silverback. I do. And I like the Winter Soldier. I think that's so perfect for Josh Allen.
Like Darth Cater, like Darth Vader for Cater.
Yeah. They're not bad. I just never heard anybody call Mahomes the musician.
Me neither. I've never heard that. Are there any? I think the cheetah is also an iconic nickname in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
I think the cheetah is Damar Hamlin has Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's a great nickname. I don't know. Is there any other nicknames in the NFL?
Sunshine.
Oh, Sunshine for Trevor.
Is that official? I don't think that's official.
No,
that his name was Sunshine since he went to the Natty in 2018 or 2019.
It's official.
Oh, it is? Oh, shit. I was calling him.
Yeah, that's been his nickname since Clemson. Let's see. Who else has some nicknames in the NFL? We got Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, but is that us or is that him? You know?
No, everybody calls him Joe Shiesty on the internet. I'm trying to think who else has a good nickname. Oh my God, where's June? Because Devontae Smith has a nickname and it's so good, and he had it since Alabama, and I don't know what it is.
I think June had issues with his laptop.
Okay.
June's guy-ish.
Okay, before we go to week 2, I have a little quiz for you guys, okay?
Who won week 1?
Oh, Frank and Nikki tied with 13 correct predictions each. Me and June had 11, I had 10. Yes.
Slim Reaper.
June already started.
Oh, Slim Reaper, that's what it is. I think that is so, because he's so skinny. That shit is so hard. All right. All right, so I have a little quiz for you guys, okay?
Harry Bray.
All righty. Hold on, I gotta go to my photos to find it. All right. There is a NFL player and I'm not saying if they're current or retired, right? Who used to be the ball boy for the Vikings growing up and end up being one of the greatest wide receivers of all time.
Mm-mm.
Do you want me to give you their stats?
Mm-mm. It ain't gonna make a difference because Randy Moss grew up in West Virginia, so he wasn't having the ball for them. Jerry Rice, I don't think was from Minnesota.
They had 121 receiving touchdowns, 1,432 receptions, 17,492 receiving yards.
Yeah, go ahead.
Second in the NFL.
Terrell Owens.
No, that's your only guess, Nikki.
What's that dude name that just decided to retire when he was at his peak?
Calvin Johnson.
No, no, it wasn't him. Was that him?
Not sure. Hold on.
He had a Netflix little thingy. He got boys. He was at his peak, and he was like, "I ain't playing no more." Yeah, he was a running back. I can't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Bree?
Mm-mm. He's decided to retire. Wait, repeat that one more time.
He was at his peak, like he was on top, and he was just like, "I'm not playing football no more. I'm retiring." He was a running back.
Running back?
Yeah, I think.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yes,
I-
you do.
no.
What's his name?
You talking about Barry Sanders?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
No, that's not. It's not Barry Sanders.
shit, why
The
was-
correct answer is Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh shit, yeah. Don't get me.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald was the ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings growing up
I didn't even know
when he was a
Minnesota.
teammate. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then now we're gonna do our can you call June real quick to see if he can come back on for predictions?
I already gave you mine.
I sent you mine, Bree.
Yeah, we both seen it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Oh,
texted
yeah.
you because I didn't know we was gonna record or not.
all right, we're all gonna say it out loud because I'm on my phone, so I won't be able to write them down.
Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty, so on Sunday, September 15th, we have Raiders at Ravens. Nikki,
Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm also going Ravens. Next, we have Browns at Jaguars. Frank,
Jags.
I'm also
Yeah.
going Jags.
You see how she had to say it.
No, because Nikki catch it at you already know how I'm gonna pass.
I'm about to say you already
You
know
could just
what
say,
it
oh,
is.
Jaguars.
Nah, you already know what it is.
Next, we have Titans, Jets at Tennessee Titans. Frank,
Jets.
Yeah.
Nikki,
Oh, hold on. I think I went Jets, but let me. Yep, Jets.
you want Jets?
Yeah, I went Jets.
Okay. I'ma go Jets. Okay. Next, we have the 49ers at the Vikings. Frank,
Niners.
Nikki,
Niner gang.
Niner game.
I'm Team Samantha Donald till the day I die. Next, we have Chargers at Panthers. I want Chargers. Frank,
Chargers.
Nikki.
Chargers.
You know that game's like $22 if you live in Carolina.
Yeah, they said that was the cheapest game this week coming up.
Mhm.
I forgot.
Next, we have Seahawks at Patriots. I'm going Seahawks. No, I'm going Patriots. No Kenneth Walker.
I'm going
Frank,
Pats.
Nikki.
It was a struggle. I had to dig deep, but I went the Patriots.
I hate I had to dig deep.
I had to dig deep.
Hey, that's two black quarterbacks.
I had to. I don't give a damn. I still had to dig deep.
I just texted June and said, like, where are you at? And he said, you won't believe it. I fell asleep.
Okay.
He needs a sleep study. Next, we have Saints at Cowboys. Nikki.
Who them boys?
I went Saints. Frank.
I'm going Cowboys.
Who them boys?
Giants at Commanders. I went Washington. Frank.
Hold on,
I went Commanders.
hold on, hold on. Let me see who I went. Okay, I'm ready. You ready for
Nikki.
me? I went Commanders. Babe, look at that. I went Commanders.
Next, we have Bucks at Lions. Frank.
Lions.
Nikki.
All day, baby. Detroit.
What up?
I'm going Bucks. Next, we have Colts at Packers. I went Colts. Nikki.
I went Colts. I think no,
Frank?
they weren't doing
Colts.
Okay. Next, we have Rams at Cardinals. They both look really good week 1.
Nikki went Rams high.
I'm going Rams.
Whose house? Rams house. Frank, who'd you go?
I went Rams.
You went whose house?
Yep, that right there.
Rams
Yeah, that one.
house. See, I'm torn because I
I
have.
was torn too, but it was a
No.
few of them I was torn.
Let me tell you why I'm torn. I'm torn because I have Jared Verse and Fisk, my babies, my defensive babies from Florida State. But then I also have my baby from Florida State, Trey Benson. And then I also have my husband, James Conner. So do I go my 2 kids or do I go my kid and my husband?
But just know
I'm
that
gonna go.
the kids will always have to go. You got to
I know, but I
live with
also
your
have a
husband.
kid in Arizona, Trey Benson.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the kids will
Okay.
leave the house. So you got to support the husband. Okay? There you go.
And Kyler Murray looked so good as well.
And
The
don't you
Rams look good too. I'm gonna go Rams. All right. Next we have Steelers at Broncos. I want
I was-
Steelers, Frank.
I'm going Steelers. Broncos.
I was torn.
I
was another torn
was
one.
gonna go Bo Nix. I said, but that defense.
If y'all should have, if Nikki didn't work and Frank wasn't in the airport, y'all should have seen the way Kirk Cousins was getting fucking bullied. That bitch
Yeah,
got
but-
sacked 5 times.
Yeah, but every team is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every team is different.
Right.
Do you know who the Falcons have on their defense?
No.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Oh yeah,
And it's any given Sunday too.
Yeah, it don't matter.
They have Jesse Bates. They
All
have
right, come on, it's all right.
They
I
have
went
Bud
black and
Dupree.
yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Okay, Steelers. Frank, I will take my helmet and my hammer and bust your helmet upside the head. Your hammer upside the head.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
I will take my hammer and bust your hammer upside
Listen,
the head.
enjoy this run.
We could go hammer for hammer. What you trying to do?
Can you just come? I got to go.
Enjoy it. Go ahead. Let's go.
Okay, next we have Chiefs or Bengals at Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Get
Nikki?
Chiefs.
Next we have
Bengals.
Bears at Texans. I want Texans.
Texans.
Frank,
Texans.
Nikki.
Texans. Longhorns.
Texans.
Yeah, I can't see her. All right.
Hold on, let me
And
get a
then on a Monday night, we have Falcons at Eagles. I want Eagles. Nikki.
Fly. E-A-G-L-E-S.
Frank.
Don't
Eagles.
tell June. Don't tell June I sang that shit. I'm going to
Eagles.
deny it.
Oh, I'm telling him.
I was about to say they're going to lose. I was going to.
Alrighty. And that is it for our week 2 predictions. Nikki, close us out all the way.
All right, bye, y'all.
Peace. Later.
Bye.